Listen, all right, let's move on to other business. Take a look at the results of the phone poll. How did you vote on the subject of who is going to win Holyfield? Bo, well, you voted 55 to 45% in favor of Holyfield. So the public continues by a relatively small margin to back the champion, Evander Holyfield, against Riddick Bowe, and about to come up on TVKO on the 13th of November. And right now, joining us live from Houston, Texas, is the still undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Holyfield. Evander, welcome to HBO Sports again. Before we get to talk of Louis Riddick, what do you think about the public's urge to say that you're going to win your fight with Riddick Bowe?
It's a lot of smart people. You know, they right, I will win.
All right, Evander, what did you think of Lennox Lewis's destruction of Razor Riddick?
Well, Leonard fought a smart fight, and it seemed that he was more patient. He was using the jab, and I knew in a matter of time as Razor Riddick kept jabbing to the body, he was going to catch him with an overhand right, and he was able to catch him with a good overhand right.
Evander, as one who has worked for years to improve your boxing skills, does it do your heart a little bit of good to see the boxer overpower the puncher the way Louis did?
Well, in general, and fights such as the Lennox fight and Razor, you know, I in favor of Razor because he was a two-hand fighter. It's just hard for just a knockout puncher with one hand to be able to be a slick boxer with good experience and a fighter that's
Evander,
not afraid.
I know you don't want to look past the championship fight, but your managers, Lou Duva and Shelley Finkel, have indicated, at least preliminarily, that if you win that fight, you might consider coming here to London to fight Louis. Would you reconsider that after what you saw here?
Well, you know, my mind's just on fighting Bowe and getting through with Bowe and taking a rest. And I deal with that next year sometime after I win the fight on the 13th.
All right. I'm sorry, go ahead. All right, Evander, I can't hear you very well because of all the chaos here, so I apologize for the fits and starts that we're having here. Now, you spent a lot of time following the Braves in the National League Championship Series and then in the World Series, about which your trainer said, we wish he were here in camp all the time. Are you satisfied that your training has gone well enough for you to be in peak shape against Riddick?
Well, I'm satisfied. I did all I could do. I'm in great shape. I've been 12 rounds, and I look forward to November 13th. I have no complaints about anything, and I know November 13th I'll be ready, and I give my best. And I realize my best is good enough, I'll win. And it's been good enough every fight I've fought, and I'm looking forward to keeping the championship.
Bowe doesn't seem to offer you as much respect as some of your opponents have. He openly states that he doesn't think you can take his punch. Does that help to motivate you?
Well, no, not at all. I know what I can do. One thing Bowe can say that he's never been in the ring with me, actually in a fight. Come November 13, he will realize I can punch or not. The fact that if I can't, then he'll know. If I can, he would know. And everybody would know.
Yeah, that's right. There's excitement here tonight because everybody sees this as another step forward in the heavyweight division. It's exciting to look ahead to a championship fight in 2 weeks. Does it excite you to see this sudden convergence of activity, big fights, legitimate challenges of the kind which will finally make the public sit up and say, yeah, Evander Holyfield fights the best?
Well, I don't look at it so much, you know, about me. I look at it, the boxing game itself. I truly believe that the Razor Riddick fight and Leonard Lewis fight put a little spark in a lot of people's interest that the two best fighters are fighting each other. That Bowe and I fight, and the best man come out on top. I think, you know, it just make the whole game better. And I just look forward to, you know, going out there, taking care of Bowe, then taking a rest, then look at the possibility to fight Lennox Lewis and taking him out.
What kind of a fight do you expect against Bowe?
Well, I truly believe it'll be a very aggressive fight. I realize that he do think that I can't punch, but that's something that I'm willing to prove. And I'm in great shape, and I'm looking forward to making him fight each and every second that he's in there, and hopefully get him out of there as soon as possible.
Evander, you said in an earlier answer in this interview that you were looking forward to beating Bo and then taking a rest. How long a rest might that be?
Well, at least to January. I'm fighting in November, and then after I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, Christmas, then New Year. Then after New Year, then I'm ready to talk about what's next.
So a likely date for the next defense might be as early as April or May?
That's possible. I can't say what's ahead now. I just got to look forward to November the 13th against Riddick.
And will you stick to the rules of the contracts as they are written and fight Lennox Lewis next if you beat Bo?
Of course, I would fight Lennox Lewis next because this is next. Not to the point that it's in the rules and regulations saying what I have to do. You know, I'm the heavyweight champion of the world, and I live by the rules and regulations. As the rules stimulates me to fight him next, then I would fight him next. Just because I told them I would fight him next, I would fight him next regardless to if any rule wasn't even in effect. My word is good.
You are Yep, go ahead.
So my word is good.
Yep, we know that. We agree. We've done business with you for years, and we'll attest to that. Your word is good. Ladies and gentlemen, he's still the undisputed champion, and a very classy one at that. Evander, thank you as always for your good grace in joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right. And that will be the Evander Holyfield versus Riddick Bowe World Heavyweight Championship fight coming up on TVKO, our pay-per-view sister arm, Friday, November 13th. 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. Be sure to call your local cable operator for details on how to see that fight.